In Avengers vs. X-Men, she joined the Avengers to take down the X-Men, even helping eliminate the Phoenix, an ancient cosmic entity. What's next for Scarlet Witch?
Large, and then I find an excitement to get back in it, but they're intimidating.
She started on her path to redemption in Avengers: The Children's Crusade #9. Scarlet was key in defeating one of Marvel's all-time greatest villains, Doctor Doom.
Hey, welcome to the chat, everyone. Yeah, I don't trust Marvel. I love their movies. I love most of the movies. And this topic is it's one of those that we continue to explore with my friends and families whenever we talk about the superhero trends, right? And we can go all day talk about how good the Marvel universe was and is, and how terrible some of the other companies are when it comes down to that. But at the end of the day, I don't trust Marvel to create the right Scarlet Witch movie. Right? It's just a fact. I personally don't. Everyone, please welcome to the channel. If you like the content of this video, and please do subscribe and like the channel. It goes a long way. The formula that they created, they're just it's not working anymore, right? They're linking every movie to each other with a little bit of a tag so that you can just go back to it and get excited for the next one. But it's just right now, it's just not working for me, right? Yes, Marvel movies became worldwide phenomenon, but not everyone is following the command, right? This chain of command, as close as diehards as some of us are. So when you try to explain the backstory of one of the characters that come up with their own movie, they it's exhausting. And sometimes they don't understand it, so they're falling into their own. It's a bad habit of their own making. Do we really have to watch 12 movies? The transition of Captain America to the new Captain America, and sit through another 6 episodes of Captain America and the Winter Soldier to see the growth of Bucky and the others, right? It's the same thing with the Scarlet Witch movie. They're gonna have to, sit through a lot of the movies that we already watch in order for them to understand, her history, the character development, and to know that, she's the most overpowered character in one of them in the Marvel universe, right? So don't get me wrong. This is not a rant about how Marvel is doing wrong about all the movies, because they nailed most of their characters. They nailed it with Iron Man. They nailed it with Thor, right? They gave them 3 movies to Iron Man, 4 movies to Thor, right? But let's. I think that's a great direction to take this for, right? But they haven't done that for Scarlet Witch, so we do have to go back to watch all of these little movies where she's been appearing to in order to understand her character, right? So let's take a look at what happened with Doctor Strange, right? Doctor Strange, they had some issues and changed directors and writers. Because at one of the events, the original director announced that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was going to be the first Marvel horror film. And that absolutely got everyone excited. And then what happened? We got what Iron Man said, the children's magician's version of that, right? When it against one of the most powerful characters. And mind you, Doctor Strange did not beat the Scarlet Witch, right? But spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but it's the reality, right? You take a look at where a true horror director wants to take it when building this franchise. Some of the issues with was the writers of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness did not watch the WandaVision TV series. and they didn't know her character arc, right? So that to me is crazy. The last R-rated horror movie film, successful horror film, the first horror film, goes all the way back to the 90s. Is actually Blade, right? So that's how long ago Marvel has their venture into this, right? So even now, a couple of years ago, they came out with a brand of their own. It's called the Special Presentation style of. They came out with the Werewolf by Night, which air in the streaming platform Disney Plus. If you haven't heard of it, I don't blame you. It's good. It's okay. Look it up. It came out in black and white, and then a couple of weeks later, I believe, or a month later, they came out with another same special presentation in colors. They don't have the formula for the horror genre, and Agatha is coming out soon. I'm very excited for that one. Agatha All Along. Agatha is another character that came out from the WandaVision TV series, and I'm very excited for it again. But in my opinion, they don't have the formula, and I hope that they get it with this one. I really do, and that is just my opinion, right? But let's switch gears a little bit, right? And what I do believe is that Marvel should just take a look at DC and Warner Brothers and their horror content library, what they produce. I'm not saying that the DC movies are the best, and some of the horror films are, B grade, C grade, but they do have some excellent writers, excellent directors that can give us a great script for a Scarlet Witch movie. If you don't think so, please do, feel free to comment down below and join the conversation. But, take a really good look at some of the series or movies that WB and DC has done. They did Constantine, Brightburn, Joker, rated R. So there's a lot to talk about when it comes down to that. And, since now they are in the process of recreating coming up with a movie for Scarlet Witch, especially since Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to play Dr. Doom, right? So why not? Let's give our most powerful witch her very own movie, right? And to this date, I can't believe that it hasn't happened yet. Even Ant-Man got 3 movies. Yeah, Ant-Man. And they wanted to jump from Ant-Man, get us excited into the multiverse with Kang. Like, you couldn't choose another movie to bring this character to life. So again, these are just some of my thoughts. That's why I absolutely do not trust Marvel to come up with a good script or a director that they're gonna be happy and for us to be happy. I love Kevin Feige, don't get me wrong, and they would not be there without him. But let's get a director who gets it, and let's get a cast who's not afraid of going there when it comes down to the emotions of a horror film. Scarlet Witch is the most powerful mutant. Give her at least 2 movies before we introduce the mutant saga. And then, she's so powerful that there's got to be a point where you just depower her. And there's no better way to do it within the mutant saga. That if you briefly take a look, one of the bright spots on Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, was how she overpowered the Illuminati, right? So if you made her that powerful in everybody's eyes, right, because she's got all her powers under control, give her the proper treatment, okay? Because the fans were not. It's gonna be another disaster. Which, by the way, how is that Blade movie coming out, right? Yeah, the one with Marshall Ali, right? Nothing. So they're having a lot of issues with the writing directors. They come and go. And these are some of my personal reasons. But if you have a particular reasons why you feel that it's gonna work, please do share it down below. I don't trust them that they're gonna be doing the Scarlet Witch movie justice, and I'm here for them to prove me wrong. So let's see what happens. And once again, thank you for coming to the channel, and that is my opinion on that.